Pittsburgh Steelers. The kicker, Chris Boswell, has it ready to go, and we are underway from Pittsburgh. Donovan Peoples-Jones now from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 11 yards there on the first play from scrimmage. On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more than Gale Sayers did in his career. And Gale Sayers was a Hall of Famer in a short career.
Watson on first down. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked out and incomplete. Well, these two teams met in Pittsburgh earlier in the year with the Steelers prevailing in that one. So if they can win here in Pittsburgh, they'd be able to claim the season sweep. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Throwing again is Watson. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 23 yards the pickup there.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. They'll take this to the 46. This defense for the Steelers, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball? Or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright?
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll run for the first time with Kareem Hunt. They'll get this up to the 34, and a good lane opening up right away for him. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Faking the give, now Watson. And that is taken in by Njoku. Touchdown, Browns. David Njoku, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Browns get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Pickett leads the Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs at their own 25-yard line. A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. And this first play will get him back to the 25, but that's going to be in. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You're talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be second down. And the Steelers had 10-6 now on the year. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
On third down, here's Harris. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to fourth down.
Now that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
On fourth down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. Well, they got the ball already. They're not going to risk the yardage and running another fourth down. They decline it.
And what was that they taught you in law school, that possession is 9/10 of the law?
I didn't go to law school.
Oh, you didn't? I thought you did. Well, actually, I'm going to give that to you anyway. Possession is 9/10 of the law, and it's 9/10 of this game, too. Having the football counts.
You're so litigious. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there, and he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
Second down, here's Chubb again. And he's only able to work this from the 8 to the 10 for a pickup of 2.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Back to throw, Watson. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, They also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And he'll take this one up to about the 23. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a third and about 4.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now it's Watson. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him. And I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. They go up the middle with Chubb to about the 48-yard line.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson sliding out of the pocket. That's out to Chubb, complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. They run it again with Chubb. And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Here's Watson. Swings this out for Hunt. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 23. And they get 10 yards there and convert on 3rd.
Well, I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield. And he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked it.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Off of play action, it's Watson. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Watson to Njoku there for the Cleveland first. They'll run with Chubb. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Hunt will try going up the middle. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Kareem Hunt hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns go coast to coast and finish the drive on. And good. And that'll make the score 14-0. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they're in a bind.
Football. What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. On 2nd down, this is Harris. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. Now Pickett. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Fielded just inside the 30. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
2nd down at 6 now from the 42. They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
A big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line to hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
The Browns on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. Here it's 3rd and 3. From the gun, here's Watson. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
On fourth down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And that'll skip out of bounds inside the 20 at the 17-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Off the play fake, here's Pickett. He finds Ross, right side, it's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 19 yards the pick up there, move the chains.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
To the air on first down with Pickett. Looking for Ross again. He finds him again. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that will bring up second down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the third down conversion. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league and converting on third down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, third down conversions. So they got one there. They'll run up the middle with McAllister. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. That's caught. It's Austin left side. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
Throwing on third down. Here's Pickett. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. Third downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
The Browns drive about to get started. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. They try and run on first down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield. So we come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Browns with the lead. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Pickett now to throw off the play fake. He'll let it fly for Austin. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Looking to throw, Pickett. Able to connect with Mims. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get to
that wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag. Completed it very well.
Up the middle they go with McAllister. Taken down at the 42.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on first down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
6 yards left on second down. Here's Pickett. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 23 yards the pickup there. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Pickett to throw on first down. It's brought in by Harris. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Najee Harris, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Steelers have got it back to within a score. Pickett will try to throw for this. And he's He's got it. So the try for two successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. I guess the coach looked at the two-point cheat sheet and said, go for it, get it to a three-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a two-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The Browns drive about to get started. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
Now a first down throw. Watson. That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Only needing 2 yards on second down. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Watson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had the incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on third down. Now Watson. It's caught. Cooper. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the first down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. On the ground, it's Ford. No, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose, and it's picked up by the Steelers.
This drive didn't end well, but if they can keep stringing these together. Like what they're doing. doing. That was an 8-play drive before it ended in a fumble. So the takeaway's got to be doing what we want to do and doing it well. Just got to take care of the ball at the end.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. On the move to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Myles Garrett. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DM.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well. And that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Pickett. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A gain of 28 yards there and given the first down.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
They run the play fake. Here's Pickett. And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Harris. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Harris running straight ahead. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. One quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. Pickett, 4th down, desperation time. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with a football. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And this Browns defense stands tall. They're on to the second half now down in Miami. The Jets have scored again. They're really opening it up now. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
So fourth quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks, and keep the clock moving as well. So they'll run their offense, but yeah, when they have a chance to run it, they'll do that a little bit more.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Watson now to throw. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50.
Oh, no, he lost the football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around a lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. On first down, Chubb going to get forward for only about a couple. 2nd and 8 forthcoming.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And again, it's Chubb. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 50 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Watson on 3rd down. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. Yeah, the Browns are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
To throw is Watson. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb. Halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Browns are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Now Pickett on 4th down. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And he is going to have the Steelers first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. They'll throw again with Pickett. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Pickett. Right side, Claypool's got it. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Trying with Pickett here on 3rd down.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And the Browns will take over possession here up at the 44.
He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
The Browns drive about to get started.
They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT.
Now a timeout coming in here defensively as they stop it before the 2-minute warning with 2:09 to go in the game. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. The Browns on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw, Watson. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. They go up the middle with Chubb. And some room to roam now. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Browns are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. And oh, it's blocked. That's a live ball scooped up by the offense. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. And in for the Steelers touchdown. John Ross, 59 yards. And the Steelers get a bit closer. Pickett to throw. That's caught. But he will not get into the end zone. And that one hurts as it will remain a 2-score game here in the 4th. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally. But here comes the onside kick. And the Browns are able to cover this one up. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the 4th quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And Chubb will try the middle here. And he's going to be brought down short of the 1st at about the 31-yard line. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. indeed snap it to Watson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Looking to throw here. Pickett. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. One final shot for Pickett. That's going to be caught. It's Austin. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And this coaching staff, CD, I think you'd agree, pleased with this overall effort.
Oh, I think they're more than pleased, right? They've got to look at each other like, wow, we just pulled this one off in a big way. Great job of motivating. Even better job of game planning. They were facing a top 10 defense, so they had to make sure that everything was buttoned down, and they had it ready to go, and their guys executed.
Yeah, they were concerned not only about moving the ball through the air, but also on the ground, but both really started to come in sync. So for the Browns, they finish off the regular season at 12 up and 5 down. And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, the loss means they finish with a mark of 10 wins and 7 losses.